All right, so let's start with the big story that we're tracking on WION tonight. And this, of course, is what has happened with author Salman Rushdie when he was attending an event in New York. Now, according to reports that have come in, Salman Rushdie is said to be on a ventilator and also could potentially end up losing an eye following the stabbing attack at the literary event. Now, the Indian-born British author of the Satanic Verses had to be airlifted to a hospital for emergency surgery following the incident. Now, according to his agent, Rushdie is likely to lose his eye. The nerves in his arm reportedly were severed, and also his liver has sustained damage due to the stabbing. Currently, Rushdie is being treated at a hospital in Pennsylvania, and according to witnesses, the assailant had rushed onto the stage where Rushdie was seated and stabbed him multiple times viciously. Several people then ran onto the stage and took down the suspect before a trooper who was present at the event arrested him. A doctor in the audience then administered first aid until emergency first responders arrived. Now, the New York State Police has identified the attacker as Hadi Matar, a 24-year-old from Fairfield in New Jersey. The motive of this attack still remains unclear. It is not known as to what prompted this 24-year-old man to attack Salman Rushdie while he was on stage for a literary event.
Has been identified as Hadi Matar, age 24, from Fairview, New Jersey. Earlier today at approximately 10:47 a.m., guest speaker Salman Rushdie, age 75, and Ralph Henry Reese, age 73, had just arrived on stage at the institution. Shortly thereafter, the suspect jumped onto the stage and attacked Mr. Rushdie, stabbing him at least once in the neck and at least once in the abdomen.
The politicians and colleagues of author Salman Rushdie then posted messages of support for the author. French President Emmanuel Macron, on a social media post, has said that his fight is our fight and it is universal. While British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said that he is appalled that Salman Rushdie was stabbed while exercising a right that we should never cease to defend. Now, human rights activists have also raised some serious concerns over the attack on the Man Booker Prize winner.
Salman has been and is known as a fearless advocate of creative thinkers, of writers, an advocate of freedom of speech, of freedom of choice, of freedom of thought, of democracy and open societies. He and his books have become iconic in that cause. And so to see him struck down by violence, not by someone who had an answer to his points, but by someone who senselessly, violently wanted to silence his voice, really just illustrates one of the great dividing lines in our world today.
In 1988, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khomeini had issued a fatwa ordering for his killing, as his book, The Satanic Verses, had been deemed blasphemous. And I earlier spoke with Andrew Whitehead, a former senior journalist from the BBC, and this is what he had to say about this entire controversy.
I think it's being very widely seen as an attack not simply on Salman Rushdie, but on the right of freedom of expression. And there's a great deal of shock and outrage here in Britain about the attack. Salman Rushdie, of course, is a British national and was based in London at the time of Ayatollah Khomeini's fatwa. When he went into hiding as a result of that, he actually spent much of his time in hiding just a short distance from the spot in London where I'm talking from. Boris Johnson, Britain's outgoing Prime Minister, has tweeted, appalled that Sir Salman Rushdie has been stabbed while exercising a right we should never cease to defend. And on this occasion, I think Boris Johnson is speaking for very many people here in the UK.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.